All right, y'all, this video here is too perfect. This is too perfect. This is almost like, something from a comedy show here. Matt Gaetz and Elise Stefanik introduced a resolution to say, Trump, he didn't, insurrection, bro? Coup attempt, bro? I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. He didn't do that, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't even think that's true, bro. What are you even talking about, bro? I mean, the fact that you feel the need to bring this up as a piece of legislation is saying quite a bit. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. All right, let's watch it and we'll react.
We are here today to authoritatively express that President Trump did not commit an insurrection, and we believe Congress has a unique role in making that declaration. It's not the job of the states, and especially not the job of some bureaucrats in Colorado, to make this assessment and interfere with the rights of voters to cast their vote for the candidate of their choice. The very experts who often get on television and talk about securing democracy seem to be the first to want to then remove a candidate from the ballot because they are afraid that he is too popular. We have 63 co-sponsors to the resolution that Ms. Stefanik and I will be filing today to express the sense of Congress that President Trump did not commit an insurrection. I want to express my gratitude to Senator Vance for filing the companion legislation over in the Senate. And now is time for members of the House and Senate to show where they stand on this question. We and the former president welcome and expect many more co-sponsors in the coming days and look forward to a floor vote. And now I'd like to recognize my co-lead on this project, our terrific Republican Conference Chair, Elise Stefanik.
My didn't start an insurrection shirt is raising a lot of questions already answered by my shirt. I mean, that's what this is. Okay, look, why are they doing this? The answer is actually very simple. You guys already know that in both Maine and Colorado, you had, I believe, the court system in one instance and the Secretary of State in the other instance. Okay, it's different. One of them was the court system. One of them was some other election official. They made the decision, hey, Trump violated Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, so he can't run. He can't run. And, we've gone through the literal text of that. I think it's very straightforward and clean. I think it's a plain-faced reading of it to come to the conclusion that he can't run. We've had other state officials and local officials in other places in the country be blocked from holding a public position because they were just at January 6th. Never mind being the ringleader and being the one cheering it on and being like the main guy, right? So some people have already been blocked on these grounds. But, the idea is if you do an insurrection or aid and abet people who do an insurrection, then you can't hold elected office, right? And so in those two those two states, he's kicked off the ballot as a result of that. Now, that's going to go through the court system, right? It will, it's going to end at the Supreme Court. It's going to the Supreme Court. And they will make the final determination whether or not Trump can be on the ballot. Now, I think it's like 70% likelihood they'll side with Trump. But there's a 30% chance they don't. And the reason I say that is, number one, the plain-faced reading is very clear. Number two, other, even very conservative judges in other cases involving Trump have snubbed Trump before, because they're just like, you're just wrong about this. Like, for example, when he tried to overturn the 2020 election in over 60 cases, he was laughed out of the room. There were Bush-appointed judges who said he was wrong. There were Trump-appointed judges who said, you're wrong and this is ridiculous. So it's very possible. These are like Mitt Romney-style conservatives on the court. There is a small chance that they say, you know what, I think this is fair. But what Matt Gaetz is trying to do here is he would try to get this legislation through both the House and then the Senate so that you define what he did as definitely not an insurrection according to a declaration of Congress, and then that would make it so that the courts would have to throw out the case and say Trump's allowed on the ballot because it's an official act of Congress that declared that Trump didn't do an insurrection, so we can't override the official act of Congress. So it is what it is. We're going to side with him. That's what he's trying. He's trying to give the courts some sort of cover here to help Trump in the case against him. Now, by the way, the reason why he's doing this is because the cases are, at least in theory, they have a tremendous amount of merit. Because if you go, and that's the way the decision was written in one of the cases too, it was basically prodding and trolling the conservative justices that, hey, you guys say you believe in originalism. You guys say you believe in textualism. You're the ones who want to go by the plain-faced reading. Well, the plain-faced reading is as clear as day here. So we're going to use those arguments to say this is why we're making our decision. And so if you disagree with our decision, you have to come out against the philosophy that you say you have on judicial matters. And so that's why he's doing what he's doing here. But look, at the end of the day, it's not going to get through the Senate, right? Even if it does get through the House, it's not going to get through the Senate. So it's kind of a waste of time on that front. And the second thing is, Again, he's never looked more guilty in his entire fucking life. The fact that you feel like you have to bring this up. Right? It's the classic. It's like when Nixon was like, I'm not a crook. And everybody was like, whoa, why is he saying that? Is he a crook? Like, the first thought was, homie's probably a crook. There's the same shit. Trump definitely did not do an insurrection. Bill, you guys are reacting to it kind of weirdly. I don't know why you're doing that. All I'm saying is he didn't do the thing that he very obviously and clearly did. Ignore all the evidence. Just look at my bill. Look at my bill. God, and the final point is, I can't get over how sycophantic all these people are, man. Like, the entire elected Republican Party revolves around how much can you coddle Trump's nutsack. That's the whole party. That's the whole party. The best example of this is the border bill. I mean, you had the Democrats go to the Republicans and basically say, whatever you want on the border, we're going to give it to you. Because we care about the Ukraine funding and the Israel funding and the Taiwan funding. So we'll give you whatever you want on the border. You say it, it's in the bill. And so a couple conservative Republican senators went along with that. Then that bill comes out and Trump goes, I'm against this. Why? Because he doesn't want Biden to have a nominal victory. So he turns on being very restrictionist on the border, even though that's his whole thing. And all the MAGA Republicans follow him like lemmings right off the cliff. I'm against this too. And then they just lie and they're like, it's an open border bill. It's nowhere near an open border bill. It's a massively right-wing bill. The Wall Street Journal op-ed page agrees to that. Border Patrol came out and endorsed this. They agree that. They're very right-wing. But the point is, the whole party just revolves around, what does Daddy want? I'll give him whatever he wants. Oh, here, sir. Here's my bill that says you definitely didn't do an insurrection, and you definitely have a really, really large dick. I wrote it here in the bill. Look, it's on page 2. It says your peepee is gigundo. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing? God, I hate all these people so much. I hate him so much. And this guy's the front runner. This guy's the front runner. My bill, which declares that my preferred candidate, it does not commit crimes. He is not a crimes lover who does crimes on a daily basis. He's very anti-crime. My bill that says that, we're now going to vote on. Oh, I don't know how anybody could look at this and think this is, these people are serious. They are colossal goofballs, but they just happen to be dealing with a very, very serious issue, and it should terrify you. All right, guys, that's the show. I love you all very much. You know the drill. Everybody, please click like, click subscribe, all that fun stuff. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every time a video drops. Much love and appreciation and respect to all of you who pay $2 a month or $5 a month or $7 a month over on Patreon to keep this show going. You mean the world to me. Couldn't do it without you guys. If you're so inclined to help out, that link's below. You could also tip on YouTube with the thanks button. That's below as well. Or sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. That link is below as well. You can always listen to the full audio podcast version on Spotify or other places where you get your podcasts. We usually post those as well. And that's all I got for you guys, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.